How you doing, Milton? Coming in.
Sure.
Good morning. Milt, how would you describe maybe just the message, if there's been one today, as you sort of move forward and look ahead to the Chargers?
Shoot. Double down on what we've been doing all year. Don't got to get out of what you've been doing. We see what works. We know what works. We put it on tape what works. We got to stick to it.
From last year, the Patriots won 4 games. You signed here in free agency. You guys ended up winning 14. Did you expect to have this type of success this first year?
Not gonna lie, no, I didn't. And I really didn't know what to expect. I just come in, try to work every day, listen to what my coach telling me, and just feed into this team, feed into the young guys, and just trying to be a good vet for those guys. And we didn't have a lot of success. Like I said, we put on tape what works, and we just gotta keep doing it.
How's the ankle feeling the morning after last night?
I'm all right. I'm gonna be all right.
Milton, have you spent any time looking at the Chargers? What do you make of their personnel, their style?
Big offensive line, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, good defense, pretty good team. It's playoffs now, so we're gonna give everybody the best shot. We got to be ready for the challenge. It's gonna be a big one.
Milton, there was a sack in the game yesterday. Elijah ended up getting. Looked like you and Christian maybe ran some kind of game there. How important will it be to maybe have those types of plays against Justin Herbert coming up, who's a mobile quarterback? It looked like even though you were able to get pressure, you were able to keep Ewers in the pocket at the same time on that play.
Yeah, no, he one of those guys where, you list everything you want in a quarterback, he got it. And running and speed is one of them. So we definitely got to be all on the same page when it comes to running games, keeping them in the pocket, and trying to get pressure on them. No quarterback like pressure. Try to make them force a read or miss a read or something, and give our guys on the back end a chance to make a play.
Milton, you study quarterbacks. What makes Drake special?
Drake, so he's the same way. Him and Justin Herbert are really comparable. Just size, arm strength, speed, like they got it all when it comes to just being a quarterback in this league. I'll probably say Justin just probably been doing it a little bit longer. But man, look, the future is bright for both of those guys.
To getting a big physical quarterback like that down, like a Herbert, a Josh Allen, a Drake?
Make sure you wrap them up good. Make sure you wrap them up good because they'll try to duck and make their base stronger. Make sure you hit them in their target zone. Because you don't want to hit them in the head, get a flag. You don't want to hit them low if they're in the pocket. Just make sure you using the correct technique when bringing them down.
What would you like seeing Marcus Jones get a sack in yesterday's game?
Yeah, I told him I need half of that. I told him I need half. No, I was just messing with him. I remember earlier in Buffalo, me and Hawk split one. That kind of was like that, the same situation. No, I was just poking fun with him. I watched it on tape. He had a good rush on the guard, so I was happy to see him. Do that.
A question about expecting this level of success. Now that you've been through it, why do you think the success came for the Patriots?
Man, I'll just say the entire organization, from coaching staff, training staff, our strength staff. Coach Verbo, he run a tight ship, holding everybody accountable, make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. And just our brotherhood in the locker room, fighting for one another each and every day. That's just been big for us this year. And I feel like the more you hang out with your teammates outside of football, you'll play harder for them on the field. And I feel like with this team, we'll be doing a lot of that this year. So hopefully they can make a difference on this run.
Milton, is there a certain point this year where you kind of saw this could be special?
I always go back to the Buffalo game earlier in the year. We still figuring things out as a team, or what we could look like. and those guys haven't lost at home in however many games, and we went in there and took care of business. And, we'll just show what we were capable of. Going against a quarterback like Josh, going against a team like the Bills. They've been winning the division I don't know how many years in a row. But for us to go in there and do that early in the season, that was the writing on the wall for, what the future would look like for our team.
Eagles last year haven't won a Super Bowl. Is there anything you have or can share with the team heading into these playoffs? Because you personally know what it takes to get to that final game and to win it.
Like I said, my message stayed the same. Just keep it simple. Don't get out of the box of what we've been doing all year. Double down on your technique, your fundamentals, and just continue to finish and play hard for your teammates. And that should carry us to where we want to get to.
Thanks, Milton.
Yep.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just maybe beat us up. What are your thoughts about a playoff matchup against the Chargers?
Yeah, super excited. This will be my first playoff action. I know some other guys in the locker room, same for them. So very excited to get a taste of that. And can't wait to get rolling.
What type of advice is that the coaches or veterans told you guys about those who haven't been in the playoffs told you about Jones players?
And I think try to approach it like any other game. I mean, we don't want to try to make anything up. We want to do what's gotten us here, but obviously the margin for error is super small and the intensity is going to be at an all-time high. So going to have a great week of practice and then come out there locked in because as these games get closer and closer and closer, it comes down to one play here or there and you never know when that's going to be. So you got to be locked in.
Who's allowing you guys to make so many plays in the backfield this year?
Yeah, I feel like we played the game super aggressively. I think it can be tough with an offense like Miami's where everyone's motioning everywhere, running sideways and stuff. We just made it a big point to play aggressive, play downhill, and I think that showed the guys up front did a great job. We're being super disruptive, so it was good to see that.
Jack, I know you're focused on the Chargers, and you've got spending probably a lot of time, I imagine, thinking about the journey to this point. But you go back to the decision to come to the Patriots, coming off a difficult year for the team you were with, to have this experience of now this franchise returned to the playoffs, playing such a critical role. How do you describe that trip?
Man, it's been an unbelievable year. Yeah, me and my wife were talking about it last night. Just kind of feel like God led me to the right spot. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This team has been unbelievable. Everything, players, coaches, support staff, just the organization as a whole. It feels like a family here, and I've loved being a Patriot, so it's been an awesome year.
What did you see as the difference with the defense in terms of those first two drives where Miami was having some success getting down to the field, then punting pretty often after that?
Yeah, it's kind of like I was saying before with they got so much going on that tests your eyes, make you run side to side. They hit us on a few screen plays, and I think we kind of got settled in, but I was super proud of the way that the guys kept battling on those long drives, and we found some stops. We haven't been great in the red zone this year. That's been one thing we haven't been great on. I think we were 1 for 3 yesterday. We were good last week. So it's been good to see that just kind of continue to play. It's pro football. People are going to make plays. They're going to move the ball sometimes, but just continue to fight and find stops late in drives. I was really proud of the way we did that yesterday.
Jack, I'd like to ask you about Mike Vrabel. You joined as an undrafted free agent. He was already in his 4th or 5th year there. You're hoping to make the team, and you did, and now you're here. Can you talk about sort of what you've seen from him here, different situation, building a program, brings you in, brings in some veterans. What have you seen that's maybe different, even better, maybe, in what the way Mike's performed here this year as coach?
Yeah, I think it's been unbelievable to see back to when we started in April, just the commitment we had to, he had an identity that he wants his teams to play with. And it's the same as it was in Tennessee, but how quickly we've been able to implement that. And then just how close this team has gotten. I think he made a big emphasis of us getting to know each other on a personal level during OTAs and everybody getting up, sharing their stories and guys talking to each other in the meal room and stuff. And I just think you can feel how connected this team is. And it's different than any team I've been a part of for sure. Since coming into the league. And I think that shows when we play out there on the field. Guys are playing for each other. Guys have each other's backs. And I think that's carried us this far.
So when you see him out on the field with the players injured, holding his hand, and I mean, haven't seen a lot of that around here, even in the winning years. What does that tell you about Coach?
Yeah, I would definitely know that he cares deeply about the players as people, not just players. And so that's definitely something you appreciate. You want to play hard for someone like that. When you feel like he's invested in you as a person, cares about you, your family, stuff like that, that goes a long way. And he definitely does care about this team. And it shows. And I think guys respond to that.
How about personally, him and you? How has he helped you? How has he led you to where you are?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he gave me a chance when there wasn't a lot of chances for me to have out there, and put me in positions to succeed. And when I had opportunities and performed well, got more of them. And so can't thank him enough for the opportunities that I've been given to kind of get my foot in the door when it didn't look like that was going to happen. So definitely appreciative of that. And yeah, like I said, just all the work that he puts into making this team successful, and also to supporting us as people off the field too. So yeah. Can't say enough good things about him.
I know Robert hasn't been out there for the last few weeks, but what has he offered you guys behind the scenes in practice and meetings?
Yeah, man, Rob's been unbelievable all season, and even since going down, just as a leader, someone to get advice from, to support us, to bring energy to the meeting rooms, to the practice field, on the sidelines yesterday, just constantly talking to us and continuing to be that veteran presence that we need in our room and bring energy and support the guys. I mean, he's been awesome. And yeah, another guy I can't say enough good things about.
Yeah. Was there a certain point this year where it kind of clicked and you thought this could be a special season?
Yeah, I think we've been kind of talking about it, but we had said unfinished business last week. Kind of feel like our season started in Miami and then finishing last week. We faced a lot of adversity those first two games. I mean, the Raiders game didn't go our way. That Miami game, it was hot. They were making some plays. We'd come back and make a play, and that game, just I feel like we kind of came together as a team, and we're like, we're going to find a way to win this game no matter what. And I think that being able to make some plays down the stretch in that game gave us a lot of confidence going forward, and I feel like kind of cemented our identity, because it's something that you talk about until you go do it. And I feel like that was really kind of the first step in our journey, and we kind of just hit the ground running from there.
Quick,
Jack.
what's your perspective?
Go for it.
I was going to say, the last time the Patriots had a home playoff game here was 2019. Vrabel was coaching on the other side. Does he ever talk about that?
He hasn't brought that up yet, but that's crazy. Kind of a full circle moment right there. But
I wanted to ask you about the forced fumble yesterday, and just what made that possible as you maybe watch the play over or sort of play it through your head.
yeah, I feel like that's been a big emphasis for us all season, but especially the last few weeks of attacking the ball and just playing hard, swarming to the ball. When you get more people in on the tackle, good things happen. We had a lot of great efforts last night of guys punching at the ball, ripping at it that didn't come out, or one that did come out we didn't get. So just it's continued emphasis of getting as many guys to the ball as we can, and when you're second, third guy in, be hunting the ball. And I think that will, if we can continue to take the ball away and kind of continue to elevate that'll be big for us in the playoffs.
There's been a greater emphasis on turnovers in the last few weeks. Like, it seems like, specifically going to Ravens, I know that was a huge point of emphasis, and then it's kind of continued where you guys are getting a lot more.
Yeah, I think the Ravens game, we talked about it a lot, just kind of from what we had seen on tape, that there were opportunities there to attack the ball. And I think once we saw that come through for us in such huge moments and it be successful when we put that emphasis on it, I think guys are they got the ball on their mind right now while they're running. And that's definitely a game changer when we can get the ball out like that.
Final question.
Okay. Well, with the doctor nickname, I know Vrabel calls you that. Has it caught on with the rest of the locker room? I'm very curious.
I mean, a few guys here will mix it in here and there. Definitely in Tennessee, more guys when he first gave it. But it's kind of died down a little bit from there, which I'm all right with. But some guys around here still do. But it's mostly him and Stretch, I would say.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.